What does that look like?
I think a truly prosperous life is one that impacts others, um, and you have the time freedom to do that. It could mean you're working a regular job, but you're impacting people within that job. It could mean that you won the lottery and maybe you're digging wells in Africa. But I think a truly prosperous, successful life looks like one that turns around and impacts other people and makes the world a better place.
I think that's interesting because the measurements that you described are hard to measure, right? I mean,
Hmm.
sometimes in your bio, you represent a portfolio of 13 million. That's an amount that's easy to remember.
Hmm.
It's easy to measure.
Hmm.
It's more than 12,000 and less than four.
Hmm.
It's more than 12 million and less than 15 million. It's measurable. But what you talked about for measuring true prosperity or a life uh, of of success, those seem to be intangible and harder to measure.
For sure. For sure. But I think that, Jeff, I believe that when we live a life of impact where that's our why, then what comes out of that is more intentionality, more hard work, um, being more relational with people. Because instead of it being an inward focus, because I could take that and I could say, well, I'm going to live this great life. I'm going to buy this car. I'm going to buy this watch. I'm going to buy this art. I'm going to have all the things that's going to make me happy. But at the end of the day, those things won't make me happy. And impacting other people is what's truly going to drive me, and it's going to create a better why for myself. So that's why I try to, and it's hard to measure. I mean, you could measure it somehow, but
Can you tell me a story or an example of somebody that lives what you're talking about, a life of true prosperity, or a successful person defined by their story?
um, I can share. Do you care if I talk about myself?
Let's do it.
Okay. So my wife and I do
Do I
this.
care if we talk about yourself? That's the purpose today, Marty. Talk about
Okay.
yourself. Let's do it.
My wife and I do this cruise called Love Like You Mean It Cruise, and it's for married couples. Family Life puts it on. We were on it a year ago, February, and while we were there, Jeff, we were just convicted that we wanted to get other people here, and so we began to pray about it, and we said we're going to try to get 10 people here next year, and so
And describe this again. 10 people to where now?
okay, so on the cruise line, Family Life puts on a cruise. It's called Love Like You Mean It, and we wanted to somehow create a scholarship program or something to get 10 other couples to experience what we had experienced on the cruise. And we begin to pray about it, and because we do want to live a life of impact, and we don't want it just to be about us. And we sold some real estate this last year, and we took that money and we bought 10 tickets to the cruise. We made this big contest where people could enter it. But we're gonna meet these couples here in about 2 weeks on the cruise. But the whole intent of it wasn't, I mean, the whole intent is to bless others and live a life of impact. So that's a recent illustration from my life. But that's really what I want my obituary to read about was Marty lived with intentionality and he impacted people through XYZ.